early as always. Black Lockhart, you never miss one. As always, we're about to begin. Just giving time for people to join, watch the ads, and all that jazz. Soon, YouTube will start paying me, maybe. They solicited my tax info, which is great. I hope it happens soon. But I don't know, it feels good. Yeah, I mean, get rich, it's still too early for that, but man, it feels good. It feels like I'm doing progress into something that I never expected to get to. I hope then the time zone changes don't mess up too many people. I'm thinking about changing the stream time. Last summer I had it 1 hour later, so 5 p.m. for me, which is 1 hour later than it is right now. And then when winter came, I moved it 1 hour earlier. I'm thinking about doing the same. We're doing Nodoka team for Kaiten today? Nah, man. Today we are continuing with Phoenix Wright, right from the beginning. Yesterday I played Cat Mario and I beat the 4 levels. I have never played Cat Mario. What is Cat Mario? It's a Switch game? What console is that for? I definitely think you can do it on a stream. Yeah, most likely. Mario games are pretty simple. If it's a Mario game, obviously. If it's not a Mario game, then it's a rage game. What is it? Cat Mario is a flash rage game. Oh man, that sounds interesting to say the least. But it's not as unfair as you think. Okay, that could be interesting. Rage games, yeah, I kind of agree. Rage games tend to be not very fun. Most of the things require timing and skill. Okay, that could be interesting. I don't know. I'll look it up. Trust me, it's not unfair. Okay, I will look it up. By the way, guys, I asked Black Lockhart a bit ago, so I know for him the stream is starting 1 hour earlier than usual. How about you, Martin? How's the stream time for you now? Is earlier, later? What is it? Because I'm thinking about doing 1 hour earlier for me too. Okay. Is it fine for both of you this time? Because I'm thinking about starting 1 hour later for me, so it goes back to the normal time for you guys. But that will depend because there is a lot of people. Let me put some music meanwhile on the background. There is a lot of people in Europe especially that the time remain unvaried. So in that regard, it could be suboptimal. I wouldn't recommend something that would make you smash your hands against and break things. Yeah. That's fair. But yeah, I'm thinking about moving the start of the stream 1 hour later, so it remains unvaried for some of you. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I don't know how, because I know for Porwa, for example, the stream already ended at midnight. So maybe for Porwa, it's a better time now that is 1 hour earlier for you guys. Maybe it is 1 hour earlier for him too. Mikan should be the same. You're gonna get hit by an ad now. There's games like I Wanna Be the Guy, which is... There is games like I Wanna Be the Guy, which is hard as AF and trolls a lot. Woo-wee, got my first ad. What is this music we jamming? It's a Blue Archive OST. It is OST 256. I like it a lot, it's very jazzy. No ads here this time, I was spared. Be right back. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be asking people as they join about the new time zone and decide from there. But as it is right now, it seems that keeping the same hour and starting earlier for most people would be fine. I mean, same time for me, but earlier for those that are 1 hour behind me now. You know what I mean. But yeah, it's gonna be a matter of asking and just seeing how it goes. Hello Aru, how you doing? How you doing? Aru, I was asking, I'm still asking around, how does the time zone change affected you? For me now, for me this is the usual time, but we moved the clock needle by 1 hour forward. So I don't know if this is 1 hour earlier for you, 1 hour later for you, the same time. I'm trying to gauge what to do with the stream time. For now, it seems that 1 hour earlier seems to be fine for most people. That is 1 hour earlier now, but I wanna gauge how people in general feels. And then we will begin with Phoenix Wright again. And as always, any Blue Archive questions and stuff, feel free to ask. We are just playing another game to do something different, but the topics are whatever you want, guys, as long as it's not political or religious. Let me put some more music. I don't remember this OST. What is it? Oh, this one is nice. Okay. I don't think it fits the atmosphere of the game, but it's just as we make some time. Where's the game music? I don't think the game has music during the court cases. Let me check. Yeah, the game doesn't have music during the court cases. When we're on trial, there is no music. I'm gonna lower it back to 2. There is just nothing going on right now. Yes. Okay, let's begin with the case. I mean, let's pick up from where we left. So, yesterday we left this case after we did the first cross-examination, in which we found some contradictions on the testimony of Miss Angela Starr, aka the Cough Up Queen. And now we are picking it back up from the second testimony that she will deliver, because we accuse her from being biased, and now she's going to show us her deduction powers, because she believes that she's the best detective in the world, but she doesn't know that she's in front of the one and only Sherlock Holmes from Witch.com. Okay, In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Angel's deduction. Ooh, here we go. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. I think the game is too loud now though. Is it me? Is it fine or is it too loud? Maybe it was just my headphones that were too loud. Nothing else could have drive that human machine to plunge the knife against again and again, in again and again. Wait. It's fine for me, but you could lower it a little bit. Okay. Let me... That should be better. Okay, yesterday when she said this, I said this is very bad that she said for her, because the autopsy report says that she died from one... the guy died from one stab. One clean stab. And therefore, I'm not gonna waste time pressing, and I'm just going to show the autopsy report, which, as you can see, loss of blood from wound to the chest. A wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. A single stab wound was found. And that's why I'm presenting this. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Mrs. Starr. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Ah, you're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk. This girl is such a fun girl, guys. He's my hero, really. Come on! What about my objection? No one noticed. I agree, Phoenix. I agree. That's so unfair. Well, witness? You got the crime scene, right? Thanks. I always believed that no one could have ever mistaken ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. The splattered blood from the victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Please just tell the truth? Yeah. The truth is, and I know it's too early for me to say, but I think I'm using my detective intuition here. She was not killing the dude. She was pulling out the knife. She was pulling out the knife. Then tell us what you saw. Tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. I don't think it was that ghastly. It's pretty well illuminated here. You can clearly see everything. There is even... There is even little shadow projections here. That means that there is a lot of light. I'm gonna show it. I'm just giving you my thought process. If there was low light, there would be a big shadow projection, but instead there is very little shadow projections, so there is a lot of light here. Mrs. Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or a muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it with this photograph. Huh, but that can be. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. So Edgeworth is on our side now. Nice, congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. Finally, the judge is not being a simp. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver. But was there a scarf? Not that, but something really red. Well, now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspects. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Oh man. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Witness testimony. Apprehending the suspect. After the murder, suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. Let me save here, just because, you know, I have the power of saving. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. What is a muffler? What is a muffler? But a muffler, it's the thing you use in... Yeah, that's not clothing though. Am I missing something? Mufflers are the things you put in the escape tubes of cars and other vehicles. Why is she talking about a muffler? Also, isn't a muffler called the thing that you put to silence a gun? A gun muffler? Shh, wait, shh. Am I... Just keep playing? Okay. She's getting me confused though. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Starr, resistance is futile. You'll see soon? You're quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Starr. Wait a second. No, he doesn't have a muffler. Wait. He has a tie. I'm back. Welcome back. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, A cobra is a kind of a snake. Keep playing. I will. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get beaten. No thanks. Note to self. Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. Oh really? Tell me someone that is not. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. I doubt that, Miss Angel Stare. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. She's beautiful but deadly, a predator. This is one leopard woman. Rawr. What? My one weakness. Venomous snake bites. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you will. Which one, Black Lockhart? I hope you're still talking about Lana, because this lady, it's walking issues. Okay. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her and explained her rights to her and arrested her on the spot. This is iffy. You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Angel is pretty funny. I want to apply for the yet another boyfriend position. Oh man, good luck with that. Maybe I should press her for more details. Press her more, obviously. I'd like to see this on the plant floors, just to be safe. The lunch card was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. Greetings, Miguel. Good evening. How you doing? Since you are here now, let me ask you. Is the stream starting 1 hour earlier for you now? And if so, did your time zone change or is yet to change? Because if your time zone is yet to change and the stream will move even earlier, will that be an issue? While you type that, I'll keep playing. So you witnessed to the murder. Right now it's 11 AM. So it's the same for you, or is it earlier than usual? I'm guessing earlier, 1 hour earlier. Okay, so it's 1 hour earlier for you. And your time zone will change next week, right? Making it 10 AM for you. On April, okay. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so if my calculations were right then, because I remember there were some of you that are in South America, and because I still have friends in South America that I talk actively with, I know the time zone distance will grow by 2 hours. Is 10 AM problematic for you? Or is it fine? Because I'm thinking about moving the stream 1 hour later for me, so it goes back to... No, it's fine? Okay, because I was thinking about starting at 5 PM for me, so it would remain in the range. Time zones shouldn't exist. I think light saving, that light saving stuff, you know, that stupid thing about moving the hour. It is... Hello Sherlock, haven't been around for the streams for a while. Bodoka, welcome back. It's been a while indeed. This case is fantastic indeed. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. And if my calculations are right, for you the stream is starting at the same time, right? It's live? Yes. What? Say that again? Yeah, we should not have the time zone changes. the time should be static the whole year. That? Or enjoying it thoroughly? Which one? Oh well. So you witness the murder from here? That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Daylight saving is a huge problem here in the countrysides, yeah. Uncle Sherlock didn't get the joke. Yeah, I'm too old. Guys, I'm at the age of an internet uncle. I'm over 30 now, so yeah. I hate that, but it's reality. Like, try to explain the cows, yeah, you are getting milked 1 hour later now. Yeah, exactly. I have a recommendation for the stream start time, keep the time the same, but add 1 more hour of sexy dancing. Martin, have you been hanging out with Porwa? That's a very Porwa thing to say. Which, by the way, Porwa has been missing for a couple of streams now. I hope he's doing fine. He was moving towns, so that could be the reason. I hope he's doing well. I hope we get Porwa back soon. I'm glad to see Bodoka back too. Bodoka, good news. My hands are doing better. I'm still not fully healed, but if things keep going this way, maybe by May we can pick up again Hollow Knight. So I really hope my hands continue to get better. Yes. Thank you. Is that correct, Mrs. Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing, the Coffee Queen lunch lady athlete indeed. Phoenix Wright therapeutic stream? Yeah, true. Physiotherapy has been helping a lot too, not gonna lie. But Phoenix Wright has allowed me to not stress my hands too much, and that's good. And if they hire me next week, I will buy a new chair so I can have my elbows and shoulders better aligned, and that will reduce the stress on the nerves that go from my cervical to my wrists, and that should also alleviate the problem. Stacking little progress one at a time will do the trick. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, the fence was about 9 feet too. How did Mrs. Sky not get away? Wait. So, the murder suspect attempt to run... Okay, I did press on this, so I will press here on this. She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. 3-meter fence in normal world. Yeah. I don't think she can climb a 3-meter fence that quickly, so the murderer would not even have the time to run away. Oh, by the way, Bodoka, since you haven't been here for a while, the stream now has mid-roll ads during the live stream every 30 minutes, so if you get hit by an ad, let me know when it begins and when it's gone. So I'm waiting for the people that is getting hit by ads, so they don't miss any of the action. Mid. Oh man, now I want to eat a mid-roll. Now I mid-roll. Oh man, I know. Sometimes I say things in a way that sounds another way. shit happens. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Hey, no calling us out? My rolls are not mid? Okay, you got me with that one. Oh man, I don't know why pants always crack me. That was a good one, Bodoka, that was a good one indeed. Okay, you got me. Oh man. Oh, by the way, now that we're talking about food, at some point next week I will announce on the Discord the dates and the format for the cooking event, so you guys can send me your best dishes on the event channel that I created. So be on the look for that announcement in the near future. I want to see your best or favorite dishes, whatever you feel like sharing, either a picture of a dish you like that you eat somewhere or that you cooked yourself. Your best dishes. Come on. Anyway, only here. Okay. Alright, I gotta share my struggle meals. Dude, you can make pulla! I have a Finnish friend that makes a spectacular pulla. She always sends me the pictures of the pulla and it's like, oh man, I wanna eat that pulla. So yes, you can share your pulla. Just one word. So what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone, she can't. Ask further. By the phone, you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Mrs. Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car there was an emergency phone on the wall. Ooh. Apparently it was out of order. And so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Salmon, hi, what? Girl yapping about. Okay, so fun fact, and you can read more about it on your own, but because I'm not going to explain it very well, but salmons are said to have an extremely good memory, because if I recall correctly, they lay their eggs on sweet water, then they go up the stream, they go to the sea, and then they come back to where they were to die, something like that. But they travel a lot, and they will always come back to the place where they started. It's something like that. So it's said that salmons have very good memory because they can go back to their original place. Good witnessing. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should of course add this to your testimony. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. Lana's cell phone updated in court record. I saw it all, how she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell phone instead. Let me press on this one. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? I was going to ask the same thing. I only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. Okay, the chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. That was a lucky coincidence. I didn't expect that. Press to trigger a scene. That means that we are doing good progress. We are in the right track. Right track. Oh my god, today I'm pronouncing stuff all wrong. All wrong. Okay, the chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. She picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. A double ad roll just for me now. Ads cleared already. Okay, that's weird. It should be one ad per 30 minutes. If anyone is getting more than one ad per 30 minutes, I'll need to check what's happening. But I cannot do it live. I would need to do that next stream because I can only configure that before the stream starts. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. I don't mind, it's 5-second ads. Okay, yeah, but Charlotte got rich with this. Man, if... So, here's one fun fact. If we had an average viewership of 25 people, and all 25 people got served an ad every 30 minutes, I would make from ad revenue, because ad revenue in live streams is about 20 cents. So that would be 0.20 times 25. That would be 5 euros every time every viewer got an ad. And because I stream for 2 hours, it should be 4 times, so that would be 80 euros. If we had an average viewership of 25 people, I could make 80 euros per stream, and that would be fantastic. But sadly, we are not there yet, guys. We are not there yet. And during that time, you climb over the chain link fence. Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. You saw her doing this. What is it, Mr. Wright? The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star resistance is futile. No, that's not true. Let me check this. She could have not seen her use the phone. She could have not seen it because she was standing here. Even if she went behind the partition, she cannot guarantee that this action took place at all. I hate the image, leave Lana alone. I hate that image, leave Lana alone. What image? Okay, let's present this one. Wait, let me save because I don't want to get penalized. But I'm pretty sure that's... Of course, she grabbing her hand. Oh, okay. Mrs. Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is Unmerd? I'm guessing it's pronounced like that, guys. It's the first time I see that word, so I'll go with it. Unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who together with the chief prosecutor kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Mrs. Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plan. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Mrs. Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. The emergency phone was back on this side partition. Was on the back of this side partition. If indeed you were in the block, in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Order, order! What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied. No, wait. This one is a hard one. So what she saw, where she saw it, the order of events. What she saw, it's obviously what she saw, but it's also where she saw it. Because if she was, I'll say where she saw it. Mrs. Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but Mrs. Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Mrs. Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie, I see. But the witness did actually see Mrs. Sky using the emergency phone. It could mean Mrs. Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Ooh. Hello, I was busy, I couldn't show up earlier. Hello, Asumaki, don't worry. By the way, time zone change, how did it affect you? The stream's starting 1 hour earlier for you. It was washing and cleaning my sister's car. Nice. Getting some bucks, getting some dollars. Phoenix doesn't say you're lying. Don't say you're lying. Yeah, exactly. Phoenix is doing himself a disservice. So Asumaki, how did the time zone change affect you? For me, it's the same time, but the clock moved 1 hour forward. So I'm guessing for you the stream is starting earlier today. And if your time zone went 1 hour forward as well. Oh, okay, so for you it's exactly the same. For you and me, it remained unburied then. Nice, okay. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith Mr. Wright. Just where the witness saw when she saw the crime. All the testimony we heard until now points in one direction. Okay, wait. Guys, here is my deduction. She said she was delivering lunch to her boyfriend in the security guard cabin. I'm guessing that's going to be an option. The place had to be... No, wait. Because if she was in the security room, she could not have seen the crime because you cannot see the car from here. The only place she could have been was either here, so she has ample view from here and here, or here, so she could see her here and then move there, or around here, so she could see here. Oh my god. I'll just say this, because she said, yeah, this is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room. Indeed, the security room is in the underground parked. Is in the underground parking lot, is well positioned. But it's built on the second floor. You can see the entire lot. Oh, okay. Does the security room have access camera, if there are any? It was not specified. I will admit, I completely forgot that it wasn't in a height. I knew she was there because she said she was delivering lunch to her boyfriend, but I had completely forgotten about this detail here that is up there, so you can see everything. Oh my god. That was lucky, I guess, but at the same time, it's the only thing that made sense. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. No, not in this case, Your Honor, because she was doing her boyfriend a favor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have been, where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought lunch to your boyfriend in the security room. Well, Mrs. Starr, how many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could have turned. Oh man, she's finally getting what she deserves. This angry bastard. Today a man has gotten the better of Angel Starr. How many boyfriends? She has 3 right now, and she has a slot for a 4th. My Kisaki is UE50, skills are max 8, 8, and equipment, and 3 equipment, all level 50. Very close to fully built. Nice. Very nice. Focus on her sub skill because the axle effect is the most important part of her kit besides the EX skill. So now focus on her sub so you get the full axle effect. Order, order! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. UE50, but Kisaki skills are 8. Yeah, but Bodoka, Asumaki is only level 50 account. He's a new player. So it's reasonable that that could happen. No, 70, okay. 70, so still relatively new. Yeah, I would have kept Kisaki max 7710. I don't know. I would have gone only to UE40 max, to be fair. But maybe it's a favorite character? I don't know. I would never recommend going for UE50 though. Yeah, she's my favorite character. Then it's fair. I do the same. My Hibiki is UE50 fully maxed, even though she doesn't have that much use. But you know, favorite character is the favorite character. And I'll do what I must to make justice prevail. The guilty, is she talking about Mrs. Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all the defendant it was the defendant who stopped the victim. The truth still stands. Objection. Still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. Been waiting for her since I heard of her. Yeah, I understand you. I understand you. It's the same with Rio. I was waiting for Rio for so long. And it's the same with Nagusa. Man, I cannot wait for Nagusa to win the game. Please give me Nagusa soon. She's such a nice character. Look, we even have her. We even have Nagusa. I need Nagusa in the game. The best period to commit mistakes is when you're a rookie. Indeed. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they are guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let us review what we know. Mrs. Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied, she said she saw it from B block. Favorite character required by law to get UE50. I agree. I have made elf mistakes before, I don't really care, I'm not too serious about the game. If I was, I would just start whaling. Man, if you have the money power to whale, oh man, I envy you. But at the same time, I'm proud of you that you're not whaling in a gacha game. Whaling in gacha games, it's not the brightest idea. Okay. It must make a vital difference, but what would change? My guess is the distance to the crime. It changes the distance between her and the crime scene. I like the grind in gacha games, I find it to be the point besides the story. Yeah, that's true. The thing with whaling in games is that you actually take out the fun out of the games, because you just put money to solve an issue instead of using your brain to solve an issue. If I were to whale in Blue Archive, I could just do it to get the characters I want without worrying about not having enough for the next one. But to be fair, not being able to pick up every character is also part of the fun, because managing resources, it's part of the fun. Also, even if I was just whaling to pick up the characters I like, or every character, I would have so much elf that indirectly I would be getting the whale benefits. So, in the end, I'm glad that I'm broke and I cannot whale in the game, because I could get so much stuff that I should not get by whaling. So yeah. But not gonna lie, sometimes when some characters come out, I'm like, ah man, I wish I could. You know, like with Casual Senna and Part-Time Yuri. Man, I wish I could have gotten Yuri. I managed to get Senna for cheap, but man, I really wanted to get Yuri too. And now with Sumire, I really want that Sumire alt. It looks so nice, but I cannot. I have to be strong, because next event is bringing something very, very interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. No spoilers. My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plans, it's quite clear. We pray for Yuri's spooks. Yes, indeed. Surely Ray will be super meta. So, Bodoka, how much do you know about leaks? How much do you know about what's coming? Because from that, I'm guessing you know quite a bit. Yes, leaks. Those, but with the A. Plus, next new event will be the set new set limited characters. Hatsumi Miku likes spinning them. I didn't know that. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I actually try to not look at leaks. Like speculation is more fun. I agree. I don't look at leaks by myself, but sometimes I get word of them, and sometimes I appreciate it a lot, because this time around it saved my ass, because I was about to be weak and surrender to the cuteness of the new Sumiralt, but after I saw what's coming, man oh man, it's easy to hold strong. And your theory about Ray being meta may be not that far off, because I don't know what kind of new content they are going to make, but it feels like content for her will be coming, given what's the new character coming and what that new character will do. How many pyros do you have saved in JP? 48k, maybe 49. My goal is to obtain Saori. My goal is to obtain the next new character cheaply and then save until summer and hopefully have about 52k for summer. Yeah, that was a slip. Crap. When I go into thinking mode, planning mode, I don't think I was in planning mode, so I was not thinking what I was saying. I'm sorry to anyone that was not aware of that. I didn't mean to spoil it. Oh, I hate when that happens. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to spoil it. Well, let's pretend nothing happened. Okay, the distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. Bringing bad news? No, man. Bringing bad news? No, those are excellent news. Oh, true. Sorry, Miguel. I know you were expecting a different character, but for me, that's the main character for that event. I was avoiding meteorites in Genshin, and I missed what you said. Oh, thanks God. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take for her to reach the scene of the crime. Huh? Mrs. Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime, where you arrested Mrs. Sky? Well, witness? You. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? I'm back. Welcome back, Black Lockhart. Welcome back. What did Sherlock did? I did an oopsie. I said the name of the character that is coming in the next event, and I didn't mean to. But it's fine. The people that didn't know about it didn't caught on it, so it's fine. I still feel bad though. The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. It was not intentional though. When I don't know why, but when I go into planning mode, I start thinking out loud, and I don't think about what I say, because I'm in my head, not in my mouth in that moment. So yeah, it was a slip. I was reading the story and I was not paying attention, so I did not hear your spoiler. Okay. Evil Sherlock got burned. Oh man. You haven't seen the worst of me. You haven't seen the worst of me. I can be pretty evil when I want to. I don't like to, but if it's for poking fun and just for the giggles, I'm willing to be a little evil, but not with ill intentions. Just for fun. I was bringing PB and J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass wall station. And before I knew it, before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked, I couldn't open it. Wait, that's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block. That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the crime scene. 5 minutes? This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I'm currently reading the Decagrammaton story. That's a good one. That's a pretty good one. I know what I have. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. A spork. That's the fork. The spoon fork? Oh man, I can't believe you have a point and the spork is a wonderful invention. I can't believe that this exists. I had completely forgotten about the spork. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. That's bribe. That's a bribe. Put her in jail for bribing the judge. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have evidence to stop this? Raise an objection. It's part of the course. 5 minutes between the witness of the murder and the rest. Think about it. You could have made pasta in that amount of time if you like it al dente. It depends on the type of pasta, but I'll give it to you, right? You're really stretching it. I got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. 5 minutes blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea, I didn't kill anyone. This is good testimony. Sporks are wonderful. In the army they gave us a spoon that had a fork stuck to the other end with a nut and bolt, so you could spin them and open and close. That's a better solution, to be honest. I don't like the spork. The fork part is too short, the spoon part is too irregular. The spork is just stupid. Nerd? Why am I a nerd? But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Mrs. Sky dwelled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Guys, there is an ad going on. YouTube told me about an ad insertion. I'll wait for you to be over with that. I'm gonna save here. You know what? I got an ad, it's over now. Okay. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth is the next witness ready to go. Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that gunshot! Mr. Wright. That was too close. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, the court is adjourned. What? Oh my god. The cough-up bastard. Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist on me. Brings back memories. In the bootcamp newbie training, we had someone hold the gun with one hand and the barrel pointing down. He had the gun weight on the trigger, so he shot himself in the calf. He survived. Oh my god. Even though I have not undergone military training, I don't know, maybe you guys were super tired or something, but you never hold a gun like that. Oh my god. That must hurt a lot. I cannot even begin to imagine the pain. Angel not having it? Yeah. RK62, which is different from AK-47. Azumaki, that's so scary. 7.62 bullet did some damage. Oh my god. That caliber is, while that caliber is not the biggest, is not small either. Man, that sure hurts. Also from that distance, the flesh probably got ripped. Oh my god. I've seen some nasty flesh. I've seen some nasty wounds, but I can't imagine a bullet gun from that distance. And I've seen some nasty shit. My late father, as I told you in the past, he was the doctor that made the autopsies, and he worked with the police, with the crime division. So sometimes he brought case files to the house, and oh my god, there were some photos that were hideous, some very nasty stuff. Ugh, brings up nightmares again. Ugh. That's okay. I prefer not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. This is a gore stream now? No, don't worry. I'm not going into detail to describe anything. I have no stomach for that kind of stuff. I don't like blood in general, and you can imagine why. I've seen too much. I've undergone a lot. So no, we're not talking about that. What was that? Is this another one of her trick box lunch boxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to you, Mrs. Starr. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo, a triple decker. Out of deference to the witness determination, I allow one more testimony. That's bribe! That's a bribe! Send this judge to jail for corruption. For accepting the bribe. Food's so good. Man, I know. I'm starving right now. I could use some good food. Yeah, Judge, WTF, I agree 100%. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she's going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? I just ate some cheese filled with sausages. I just ate some cheese filled sausages. I'm full. Okay. I read it so wrong. Cheese filled sausages. That sounds heavy, very heavy. I'm eating chicken stroganoff. I don't know what that is. Let me Google it. Chicken stroganoff. You got me curious. What is this? It's like pasta. It is like pasta with chicken. It's like a broth. What is a stroganoff? It looks like a broth. It looks like a chicken broth, but with pasta in it. Very American, South American. I don't know. I have never seen that here. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. It's creamy meat, it's German, I think? Stroganoff doesn't sound that German. Let's see. It's bell pepper, cooking oil, chicken stock. Where is it from? It's a traditional twist. What is this? How break Gebura shield? Okay, so the Gebura shield on the pillar, you either use S Fubuki or Camp Maki, which will be only available after Gebura is gone, to ignore that shield on the pillar, or you can wait for a couple seconds for it to be mostly gone and then you can break it, but sending it from 100 to 0, it's very unlikely. I don't wanna say impossible, but it feels damn impossible. I tried. So let me check how long is it. It should be a couple seconds. Gebura. Shield. Let's see. Pillar of Judgment. 2.5 seconds. Okay, so yeah, for 2.5 seconds, the Pillar of Judgment is immortal. So you have to wait for 2.5 seconds so the immortality fades off, and then you can break the shield. Otherwise, you can use a shield ignore character like Fubuki or Shimaki. But Shimaki, as I said, will not be available by the time Gebura comes around. Two types of blood were found on this shoe. One was of course the victims, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant Mrs. Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. It is really not. That's not decisive at all. There could be another reason. She could have cut herself. She had a cut on her hand. What? There was blood found on that shoe. Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what's the meaning of this? This is the first time I've heard of this evidence. Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had a blood test performed? Didn't I mention it? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. So that's 6 now. She has 6 boyfriends. Guys, I don't know who was looking at this character, but man, that's looking rough. Get out, guys, get out. 83k pyroxene, need like 13k more to guarantee for students. 17k would take you to 100, you need 24k per character, you need 96k for 4 characters. Yes, you need 13k more. Cheese for the streets? Yeah, she's public property. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is sure celebrating. No, not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. You're not sparking every time, most likely? Yeah, so that's another thing, guys. I saw a post that was sharing a post from another website that I have no idea what website was, but this person was complaining that they needed, I don't know, like 200k pyroxene for the next 6 months, some ridiculous amount like that. Reality is, we always prepare for the worst. Yes, we always prepare for the worst, but by law of averages, it's impossible that you have to spark that many times in a row. It's virtually impossible by law of averages. When I say virtually, it is because it's not completely impossible, there is always a chance, but the chance is infinitesimal, it's very low. I have only had to spark once, and it was for Himari. Well, you will have to spark again in the future, and there may be times where you have to spark 2 times in a row, but by the time that the 3rd banner comes around, the chances for you to have to go to spark again are very small. And if you were to have to spark 3 times in a row, by the time the 4th banner comes around, if you even get to 100 pulls, I would be surprised. It is extremely unlikely that you have to spark that much. That's why whenever I am planning, my planning goes, okay, I want to have more or less a budget of 48k pyroxene, so I'm always on the expectation that I will spend about 16k for the next character, and if I go to 24k, I'm still good for 1 more character, but expecting to spark more than 2 times in a row, it's very unlikely, very unlikely. I was spared of sparking 5 times in a row because Kisaki showed up at 180 pulls. Okay, but tell me something. When you say sparking 5 times in a row, you mean that in 4 previous banners, you did not get one single copy of the rate up character. Not one. Because that sounds extremely unlikely. Extremely unlikely. I had to spark Arm Hoshino twice. Yes, twice is likely. Twice is likely. Thrice it's rare. 4 times it's very unlikely. 5 should be impossible. This shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. And even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. I needed some water. Man, reading so much gets my mouth so dry. Genshin has a 50-50 at 90 pulls and hard pity at 180. I have only won my 50-50 once. Yeah, but Genshin also has a lower base rate. It's 2%. Not one, yeah, spark Yoshimi, no Kasusa, had to spark S Shiroko, didn't get either Kuroko or Hoshino in 400 pulls, and got Kisaki at 180 pulls. That's... Not gonna lie, Martin, and don't take this personally, but that's below average luck. Genshin feels so stingy compared to other MiHoYo games. Genshin... I'm not gonna talk about Genshin. I better don't. Okay, even... Okay. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law, really. My CCC luck is insane though. I was pretty lucky the other half of the year. So that's why I had the Pyros to spare at least. Okay. You didn't specify that before. Then yeah, by law of averages, okay. That can happen. If you go on a super lucky streak, then okay, it can happen. But again, on average, that shouldn't happen. But yeah, if you go for like, I don't know, 4 lucky banners and then you go on a 4 unlucky banner streak, it's average. D Spark, no dupes, Kuroko Spark, 1 dupe, B Hoshino Spark, 1 dupe, S Saori, Lazy Design, 1 Spark, no Hiyori, Kisaki Spark, no dupes. But you got a dupe on Kuroko within 1 spark. You got a dupe of Hoshino within 1 spark. That means that you had above average luck. You got 2 characters. So you got a character every 100 pulls for 3 banners. So yeah, no, that's fine. You have a very well-rounded average luck. The prosecution complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you witness. Anything to ensure that The guilty are properly judged. Not getting Hiyori over Saori, SMH. To be fair, I think Saori is the better pick because she's good for Chokma, while Hiyori is good in some raids, but she's not like meta in anywhere. She's pretty good, but you know, chicks must be pinch. Well, you have a point. But man, that Saori L2D is so good too. I love the vibe of that L2D. It's so chill. It's one of my favorites. It's so good, not gonna lie. Victim shoe added to the court record. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Wait a second. Let me save, because we can save. Now let me take a look at that shoe. It's a new piece of evidence, so it is worth examining. Okay, so this is the blood. It's my sister's... right. It appears so. Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime. Poor sis. Is there anything else? Ooh, more blood. Ah, there is blood there too. The sole of the shoe. It got to the it got to be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood. All this blood, it's horrible. This blood might be an important clue. Okay, that's good that I checked the shoe. Okay, so let me think about this before we go into the cross-examination. I just don't know how this shoe proves anything at all. Because the victim's blood being there doesn't mean she committed the murder. If anything, means she had an injury. She could have been trying to stop the murder itself from happening. It is just ridiculous that we assume that this proves anything, to be honest. Let's see. So I will press on this one because I think it's so stupid saying this is decisive at all. I can let this evidence go through without a fight. You order the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client cheese in enough hot water to make a whole bath of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or you don't have a problem with this shoe? A problem? This is critical. There is a problem indeed. If I'm not imagining things, also speaking of the 300 pulls, I also didn't get either banner, but at least got Hina out of it. Okay, look. I'm not gonna do the math now, but because one, I don't feel like it. Two, doing it on the fly on the stream, I will probably make mistakes because I'm a human. My math is not perfect. But one thing I know, or no, better said, one thing I learned when I was studying statistics is that when it comes to probability, with with a large enough sample size, things will average out. So it is normal that in a small distribution you would get outliers. Like I said in the past, if you throw a coin in the air 10 times, it is likely that you're not going to get 50-50. So 5 times tails, 5 times heads. If you throw a coin 1 million times, it is a lot more likely that you will get 50-50. Same's good with gacha. You having a 2% chance of getting a character doesn't mean that you will get 2 characters every 100 pulls. It means that if you were to pull 1 million times, 2% of that 1 million should be 3-star characters. Now, because how write-ups work, if you were to get a 3-star character, your chances of being the write-up character is 50%. That means that if you hit your 2%, then you have a 50% of that being the case. So in a million, 1% of your pulls would be the write-up character. So you have to try to look at it like that. I think that it is normal, guys. It's not only you. It also happens to me, because that's how our brains work. But we tend to focus on small sample sizes because it's what is in front of us. But if you were to extrapolate all the pulls you did since the start of your account to now, if you could get the history of every pull you've done, you would probably be on the average. You would probably be more or less on rate, obviously with a margin within margin of error, but you should be on rate. Don't worry, I'm not that upset. And I also argue one isn't going to spark 3 times in a row, most likely. Yeah, exactly. I'm just explaining it because I know you guys are not complaining in the way of like, oh, I hate this because this happened. But, you know, maybe someone watches the VOD and they think like, oh, this is happening to me and this is not fair, or I'm being so unlucky, and how can someone say that's normal? It is because that's how statistics work. That is how probability works, to be more precise. That's how probability works. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a pepper fish gut now, but you can't take the hit, could you? You couldn't take the hit, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about this victim's shoe? Show us the problem with the evidence. I think it's this. So hear me out, guys. And this might be a stretch, but it's also video games, and it would make sense from a realistic perspective that if he stepped on blood, there would be blood on the floor, but there are no footprints of blood. We went to the crime scene and it's clean. The floor is clean. I just don't understand why this has blood on the sole of the shoe. I wonder if you notice there is blood on the bottom of this shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of this shoe. It makes sense, the victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about this, about the bottom of this shoe? Wait. You see? I think this is the piece that I have to show. There is no footprints, there is no blood on the floor. It's clean. Speak yourself, I'm actually hating the game. History stuck and the gacha pretty unlucky. Oh man, that happens. My gacha luck has... Okay, so to put it into perspective, my gacha luck up until the 4th anniversary was horrible, but literally horrible. My gacha luck in global, guys, you saw how my Kisaki pulls went. I got to 200 pulls without getting either Kisaki or Reijo. I had to spark Kisaki to get one copy. It was horrible. That happens, but I understand that that's probability in a nutshell. There was a testimony about that. Marian Sakurako coming in 20 pulls, I believe. Oh man, I hope so too. There was a testimony about that. Really? I'll just... Oh, I didn't save. Oh, okay. Phoenix Wright. You and I, man, we are aligned on this one. The problem lies in the footprints. The footprints? Note that the blood of the victim, the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? She said Lana kicked a barrel. Why weren't there any bloody footprints by the scene? Yeah, but Black Lockhart, Lana kicked the barrel, yes, but if the barrel was full, she would have broken her ankle before she could actually throw the barrel down. A metal barrel full of oil, it's quite heavy. So, yeah. Yeah, if it was full, she would have broken her ankle. I don't think that's what's happened. Aha! But I think that's going to be the rebate from her, since... Yeah, this is a video game. Since you mentioned it, I think that's going to be the rebate. There were no traces of such footprints at the crime scene. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. But wait, the barrel kick happened after the picture, not before. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of sort. Order, order, well, witness. I get it going, right, but it's true that the lack of footprints is a contradiction. But then why we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint? Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why there is not there. Why is it not there? I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Oh my god, I hate when he does that. I see, now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hook-winked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? That's the same question I have. Think back to when she told us about the apprehending of the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. She's beautiful but deadly, a predator, this one, a leopard woman. I'm not making the sounds. I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now the witness, allow me to ask this very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that... I'm not sure, I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you are not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunch factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? It had to be, otherwise there would have been oil on the floor and there was no oil on the floor. The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it right. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha, you don't mean... The suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To raise the blood stains that could have become evidence against her. Oh my god. That's so BS. That's so BS. That ties things up quite nicely. The blood stains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to raise the telltale signs. That's why a prosecutor's specialty is erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe? Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please! What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But... enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angela Starr is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. The court finds defendant Miss Lana Sky Little girl, what did you just say? Me? Did you say that I, Angela Starr, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well... Okay, I thought you had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. What is even happening in this trial? A lot, man. It's a lot. Another lunchbox called evidence. Don't tell me you have something else. Time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats do not scare the Gotha Queen. And look at this. A photograph? I just had it in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. Oh, it hasn't been added to the court record, but it's the water on the floor. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait. The asphalt is dry, isn't it? How can I hide the text box? Is the asphalt dry? It will be added. The asphalt looks dry though. Is it me? I just cannot see the whole picture. Is there a way to hide the text box? No. Hey, it's clearly wet. Oh, it's not. Yeah, there is water. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems that this is what your sister wanted anyways. Check carefully this pic. I'm sorry, Mia. Yeah, I am. Man. Right, wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up to the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. Oh man, Mia always coming up to the rescue. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well, this time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Wet or not? Come on, man, come on. She dead. She dead. She's sadly dead. Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. The trial is not over until we give each piece of evidence a proper consideration. So, right. Are you saying there is a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yes, I'll think later. Oh man. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. Oh man, this is so intense. It is very obvious. Very well, Mr. Wright. The court... let me see. It's very obvious. There is something here. Yeah, it has to be that thingy here. I think it's that. Yeah, the muffler, yeah. I thought of it, and I saw that wet towel hanging in there. It looks so weird. And she was talking about the muffler all the time. What is this? There is something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor. You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or a scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as the part of exhaust system, a pipe. I see. What is that suspicious looking thing? Suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler. So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Mrs. Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What? We got her. Let's hear what Mr. Wright has in mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth is related to... okay, wait. This. Is this? The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:80 p.m. Mrs. Starr, you recall your testimony from the court. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my testimony earlier. Got him, indeed, man. Indeed. Muffler? Yeah. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Vital evidence. Oh my god. Well, it seems that we will have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. Why leave any question unanswered? Here we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Phew, that was a close. But we made it, at least for now. This court is adjourned for 30 minutes recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry. Dude, he's been getting lunch after lunch and he's still hungry. Very proper for a judge. He's been bribed live on TV and now he's hungry after all the bribing. Okay, man, oh man. February 23rd, 11:56 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. He's working too much? Oh man, that's how I feel now. This has been a slog. It's been really good, really intense, but man, I'm dizzy. I've been thinking like my brain's out to figure out everything. Mr. Wright? What's that? Are trials always like this with you? Like you are swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface. But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today we are swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called to the judge chamber. Oh my god, that sounds so wrong. She's in the judge chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. We play until... wait until play 2 and 2 to 4. You'll see the meaning of tension. Man. This is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny insignificant piece of cloth. Judge sharing meals with Lana? Yeah. They are sharing meals. 100%. Game 2, case 4 is an experience you'll have only once in your life. Oh man, but we'll have to wait, because I think after this case we do a different game for a bit and then we go back into the swing of things with Phoenix Wright. Otherwise it will be too much Phoenix Wright. We've been doing this for months now. And it will be worth the wait? Yes. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner? What's... oh my god, this dude, I hate him. They said you show a red cloth to a bull. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it will fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was young, at least. Officer Marshall, thought I come to take a look to see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got they've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. It will take more than a month to beat this trial, probably? Yeah. So that's why we will take a break from Phoenix Wright after this trial is done. That hard to sleep out. What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on the edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You should be worrying about the chief prosecutor taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with the scarves. She wasn't wearing a scarf. He's drunk all the time. You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many times. Okay, dude. Okay. Black Lockhart, I think you have to have a talk with this dude. I saw it in that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the awards ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken in the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So Mrs. Starr wasn't mistaken. Already had? I see. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. Sometimes you gotta let the bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it takes us, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee. Oh man. February 23rd. 12:32 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Oof. I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. He has diarrhea. Edgeworth got diarrhea. That furrowed brow, those grinning teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're dull over. This can't be happening. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. He has diarrhea. He got a bad lunch. Well then, I believe it's time to continue on with this trial. During the recess, I had to request that the prosecution conduct. This is unacceptable. It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. He ate squid wheels. Excuse me, knock knock. Who's there? What with this guy? I agree. Phoenix Wright is reading my mind. I can't believe I hate him. I do too. And I haven't even met him and I hate him already. Now that I think of it, it's very rare that we get a recess and then we continue with the trial the same day. Usually that's reserved for the last day. Guys, we have very few minutes left. I think that it's better that we stop here so we don't leave on a cliffhanger. Why would you hate him? He's cursed. This trial is gonna end now. Great. Oh, he's great. I don't know. His appearance is so weird. He gives me bad vibes. The temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. What on earth is he? It is you. Who is you? I want to see who's that dude before we end the stream. Oh! Okay, he seems nice. I'm late. Uji, the roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, Uji. How have you been? Swim much these days? Hello. No, I've been busy. Busy? Busy is missy? Uji, my boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Uji seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. So sorry, but who are you? Ah, you're so right, Raito, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks? Sure about our little worthy giving you all that trouble. You know, we should all go swim together sometime, jolly. Is he British or something? For a jolly swim? We should go for a jolly swim? Little worthy? Mr. Wright? You don't know the district chief of police. Chief of police? The head, he's the top ranking police officer in the entire district. He says jolly. Jolly is a very British expression. Name's Grant. Yeah, Gant. Gant is a very British name. Gant Damon. Damon? Damon or Damon? Let's say Damon. Or Damon. Damon. Gant. Pleased to meet you. So, what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at that poor fella. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So so Mrs. Star wasn't just saying things. British accent, let's go. My British accent is trash, but I'll try my best. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. Okay. On little Worthy's car, no less. The car. It's quite really embarrassing, even for us. It's quite what is this? Guys, I cannot do the British accent and read. It's reading and doing accents on my mind does not compute. It is like I just cannot. I cannot compute it at the same time. Is what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing. No accent? Yeah. Don't worry, just read normally. Yeah, I'm gonna read like I usually read. I have some things that I say in a quote-unquote British way anyways. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear you explain. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Oh, this is one of those grinning bastards. Okay, guys. I was supposed to end the stream now, and I got distracted by that character. Guys, it's been 2 hours, it's been fun. The time zone changes will make things a little bit different. Some people will have the stream 2 hours earlier, some people 1 hour earlier. For some people will remain the same. I will do the same schedule for the following week or so, and let's see how it goes, and maybe we move it 1 hour later so it lines up a little bit closer to what it was before the time zone changes. But let's see how things go. But that's all for me for today. I hope you guys have an excellent week, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.